I'm Stephen Henderson, the editorial page editor of the Free Press and part of the Detroit 2020 team at WXYZ. I write about the news and I talk about the news on television, but some of the best conversations I have are in places like this, St. Cece's Bar on Trumbull in downtown Detroit. This is where I get to talk to ordinary people, not about politics, but about policy, solutions to the problems that we have here in Detroit and in Michigan. That's what we're going to try to do here, is try to give you that sort of straight opinion, that real talk and conversation about what's going on and what we can do about it. I'm Stephen Henderson, the editorial page editor of the Free Press and part of the Detroit 2020 team at WXYZ. I write about the news and I talk about the news on television, but some of the best conversations I have are right in places like this, St. Cece's Bar in downtown Detroit. This is where I get to talk to ordinary people, not about politics, but about policy. What are the problems that we have in Detroit and Michigan, and what can we do to solve them? That's what we're going to do here, is we're going to have real conversation about real issues and straight opinion about what we can do together to make this a better place. Detroit's a dirty city, and almost anybody can see that. When my kids moved here, they were 6 and 7 years old, and one of the first things they said to me was, "Daddy, how come everybody here throws trash all over the place?" You can see it in the streets and in alleys, in the abandoned lots that are all over town. Finally, though, we might be in a position to do something about it because the city has brought in a private contractor to pick up trash collection. The promise is they'll do more, do it more efficiently, and keep the city cleaner. Now, the stakes here are pretty high because privatization is new to Detroit. We prevented it by charter for several years, and the unions aren't happy. Some residents are skeptical. I'm a big fan of this plan, mostly because I'm a fan of anything that helps get the city cleaner than it is. But I'm also a little worried that maybe this private contractor will start off well and not deliver all the time. We've seen that before in Detroit, right? They promise us one thing, we get another. We really need this to work so that we can keep moving the city forward and getting this to be the clean place that we all want it to be. I'm Stephen Henderson. You've read my opinions in the Detroit Free Press. Now I want to share them with you on WXYZ Detroit 2020. It's a sad fact that places like this exist in Detroit, but I haven't given up on solutions, and neither should you. Let's talk about how we fix these things and make Detroit a better city. This is the exact kind of situation that the private trash contractor is supposed to help us with. When the city picked up trash, city workers never dealt with sites like this. Abandoned lots with trash strewn all over the place. But the private contractor says for the same amount of money, they can get sites like these clean. Stakes are really high here. If they do it early on, but then fade away, we might not get another chance. People won't have confidence. They won't feel like things are getting better. They won't feel like the city's getting clean.